What's going on, YouTube? Ken USD coming to y'all once again with another video. Road to FU money. I want to say it's part 31. So, the part 30 I just uploaded was this trade in full. Obviously, people's attention span these days are not lasting an hour and a half or however long that video was. So I'll just do a really quick breakdown, just explaining why exactly I took this trade, starting on the daily. So from the daily, or actually I'll start on the weekly, even better. So we had a bearish closure on the weekly, uh, and that's nothing that we can go off of. So I definitely am still thinking sells, but we really have nothing to go off of. Daily, same thing, very strong bearish closure, nothing to go off of aside from just sell. When I say nothing to go off of, I mean we have that candle to go off of to tell us to sell, but just a bearish candle going into nothing doesn't really, it really can't say anything besides sell, if I'm being honest. Unless landing in nothing, yeah, it can't say anything besides sell. In the 4 hour, this was, where's today? Okay, yeah, the 4 hour, we had this first rejection wick, and this second rejection wick was starting to get created. But my sell levels is what ultimately is the most important. Once we get above any of these levels, I'm just looking for my entry model below. So my setup is the levels, and then my entry model I'm looking for back below the level. So on the hourly, our confirmation was this engulfing candle. Hourly engulfing. I won't use engulfing on any smaller time frame than the hourly, but hour and 4 hour, I'll use them all day. And then scaling down, we had an inverse on the 15-minute. We had a baby gap right here that got inverse right there, but it was not quite the 1150 macro, so I had to wait. Same thing with the 10-minute. We got an inverse during lunch, not in the first macro that I can use. Can't use it. Can't enter off of it. 5-minute. We got the inverse right here at 1140. 10 minutes too early. We got a closure below the level and the inverse at, or that's not the inverse. So the inverse happened at 11:45, and we closed below the level. But I just strict on waiting for the macros, so I ended right at 11:50. Very, very little drawdown. That's straight up like 6 points, 6 to 10 points of drawdown in a 11:50 to 2, in about a 2 hour 20-minute trade. Once we got our entry, it's smooth sailing. Like, personally, I don't mess with trades. I don't move stops to break even until we break lows twice. We get too late in the day, or we retest the VWAP. So once we retest the VWAP and we're starting to show bearish pressure, I'll go ahead and go break even. Once we break a second low structure, I'll go break even. And what was the other one? Break even. Oh, it's too late in the day. The timing's wrong. But other than that, I won't touch a trade. I just let it play out full TP. So it was really super simple. I was expecting this chop up to happen just because we had just broke through the VWAP without chopping up for real before breaking through. If we would have chopped up harder, like a little bit more volume before breaking through the VWAP, I would have just expected a crazy dump. But I knew we were going to play around a little bit. But yeah, super textbook. Not much I can say about this trade at all. I want to say I know we made 4,600 across the 10 accounts, so like 460 each. And we're at 16,000 across all 10 accounts. The buffer is 26,000. And yeah, we just got to keep trading it the way we're trading it. Shit. Nothing I could do to expedite this shit. I do also must say I had, so this is a 15-minute gap right here. Something else I use while I'm inside of trades. You see, we got this pump here and we left the gap behind. So the first gap that we leave shouldn't get inverse while I'm in the trade. It just wouldn't make much sense if my trade idea is still valid. So if this gap were to got inverse, we would have rebroke the VWAP and the 20, and it wouldn't have made sense. So if that gap would have got inverse, that also would have been another reason for me to go break even. So my protection gaps just tell me if this gets inverse, you probably need to go break even. I know I said that in the short, and you might not have known exactly what that meant, but that's what I mean when I say protection gaps. We call 283 points, risking a little bit under 225 to make the 460. And in that short, I want to say, or I know in the long form video, if not in the short, I said 9 times out of 10, this area of most pain and this area of most pain is going to get taken out. But I didn't know if it was going to be while I was in that trade and I was going to get stopped out, or closed out at break even, or after we hit my TP, those areas get smacked. That's just like clear to me. Like, this is just clear as day area of most pain and recent. That's Thursday, Friday. That's Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, or Sunday and overnight Monday. That's all the orders from there. All the people that thought they were safe for sales. So, yeah. Feels good. We did get a grab down here. The real pain is sitting right here. What I'm expecting for later this week, we definitely can see the volume coming in on the 4-hour. We can expect a retest of this sell level for sure, and possibly this sell level. Just possibly. Yeah. And then just a continuation to the downside again. Sure, this break wasn't the strongest, but I don't think that we're quite done. It's because based on I'm going off of the 3-month. Or was it the month? Was it the 3-month or the month? Oh, I wasn't on the 3-month. Yeah, the 3-month. So based on the 3-month, if we bought up crazy today, I'm going to go ahead and mark this gap up too. I'll remember that it's the 3-month DB. Yeah. So if this gap gets respected tomorrow, I would not be surprised if this was the bottom. But if it gets inverse tomorrow, which I do expect it to, but I wouldn't be mad if it didn't. I wouldn't be mad if this was the bottom. But if that's were to get inverse, we have potential to realistically have a bearish year. Damn near. Like another 3-month span, that'd be June. Maybe like to here. And then September, we wick into here and bounce out. That's only if we inverse this gap. It's crazy how anything can happen, and on the 3-month, that's just like a long time frame. But that matters pretty crucially at this point, because what happens tomorrow, whether we close above this 3-month level or close below this 3 month level is definitely going to mean a lot for the next months coming up. So, and it might not be solely tomorrow because we might, or actually, yes, it's going to be solely tomorrow because the 3 month has the closure tomorrow. So, what does the monthly look like too? I mean, monthly is just gonna be bearish, but it's not. It's not inversing anything, so that's not too bearish of a signal. The only thing we could disrespect is the 20. We've been respect. I don't really know how VWAP works on the higher time frames. I'm not even gonna lie, so I'm not even gonna act like I do. But yeah, um, I'll definitely be on the charts tomorrow. We'll see exactly what the market. This got completely filled. I'll go ahead and take it out. And then for this, I'll just keep it in mind. And I must mark up this daily gap too. So now that we tapped into it, this is just a sell level inverse. If this candle flips, easy sell level inverse. So I'll add an alert there. A daily setup is right in my face. So when price gets to 45, 430, that's a green light for sales. Hopefully, we come to New York session in the morning somewhere around 45, 600 or something like that. If we're gonna sell, we'll just see. I don't really have a plan for buys. You see all the sell levels on my screen. 9 times out of 10. What would have to happen? Let me see real quick. I don't even know if I would be able to muster up the nuts to take it with all these sell levels on my screen. I probably wouldn't, but if we were to fully break through this high, retest, continuate, but nah, fuck all that. I'm not pressing, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not pressing buy until I want to say this high gets broken cleanly, but I'll just say this high gets broken cleanly. So, yeah, that's gonna wrap this video up. Appreciate all for watching, however many, if any. Till next time.